Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and tuck back into this. Um, I upgraded another section of the city so that now we can have 810 population total because I need workers. Um, we pulled the workers off the ship, so we need some more workers because we just got steel smelting. And because we just got steel smelting, we're going to want to set up a smelting area for steel. We're going to need workers for that. The other thing that we're going to need workers for is if you notice this tank is down, and it's not down because the ship had to go and come back. It's down because this is not keeping up with what that ship can hold. That ship can hold 800, so we're not getting it. I want to upgrade my rig. So we're going to upgrade the rig. I don't know how many people that is going to cost us in workers. So right now it's 36. We'll see what it is when that's upgraded. Um, so yeah, so there's that. So let's see. Uh, does this ship starting to start loading the cargo on this ship? Okay, so there we go. We got to load the cargo on the ship, and that's going to take a little bit because it's 200 construction twos. We should be okay with it. We should have it, um, but we're going to have to wait. Meanwhile, this is gonna, yeah. So 440 and 440, so 880 is basically what this thing can carry, and it automatically goes and picks up. But even with that, we are still uh, depleting oil over here. But we want to be able to up how much oil we got coming in. So that's why I wanted to upgrade the oil well. All right. Can't store the potatoes. That's fine. We're going to get more people eventually. I'm hoping for more people soon. 7 months. All right. Well, we'll let that run its course. All right. So, let's look at this real quick. So right now we just got steel smelting, which is going to let us set up for steel smelting and what have you. It's going to cost us some people. Now we're researching ship's weapons. We don't necessarily need them right now, but might as well do it. It'll give us a pause on the ship going back and forth. And then we got to do construction 3. And that is basically another section of research done. And then we can start on the next section. So that'll be recycling, bigger conveyor belts. I want larger vehicles. That's the next thing I want. The thing with that is we're going to need glass to make the larger vehicles. They take glass to make them. So in order to do that, we're not making glass. Glass is like down here somewhere. There it is, glass making. So we're a ways away from glass making. So the only thing we're going to be able to do is trade for it. And we can trade for it because there's this town over here that we can trade for it. Problem is, it takes level 3 construction parts, which we are not making yet. So we're going to have to start making level 3 construction parts so that we can make better glass, so that we can trade for glass until we can get our own. So we're working that issue. At 40, we still got another 180 to go, or 160 rather, to go on that. So let's go over here and see what we got. So metallurgy, we now have cooled caster, which is for making making the steel plate, kind of like with what we do with the iron plate and the copper plate, and an oxygen furnace. So it's a different furnace for making the steel. We got to add molten iron, which we're already sort of making, and oxygen. So we'll have to make oxygen, which means we got more surfaces. How do we make oxygen? And I think it's with this. Yeah, it's with the air separator. The air separator is going to separate the air into oxygen and nitrogen. And for now, we can just vent off the nitrogen. Let's see what we can do with nitrogen once we have it. Nitrogen. So we can vent it off, or we can vent it off. That's all we can do with it for right now. Later, we'll be able to take hydrogen and nitrogen and make ammonia, but I don't know what we need the ammonia for yet. We'll figure that out when we get that far. I think I figured out that the only things that are on this side here are the things that we're actually able to produce. So if it's something that's outside of the norm, we can't produce it. Why are we here? All right. Health, vehicle pollution, air pollution, landfill pollution, and water pollution. Water pollution's our biggie. We need to start cutting down on what we're dumping. But we can't do that until, where is it? Well, recycling will help some. And then sulfur processing, we'll be able to process sour water in a sour stripper, and then that's going to give us sulfur, ammonia, and water. We'll have to figure out what to do with the sulfur and the ammonia, but at least we can take that sour water that we're making and reduce it down. So that's going to be on our list of things to research. Recycling is going to allow us to take our trash and get recyclables out of it, so we won't have as much trash. Let's see, chemical plant, paper, water recovery is going to let us turn some of our steam back into water so that we're not wasting our steam. Compactor will allow us to compact our trash, our waste, and it makes less waste, I guess. Salt production will allow us to take brine and turn it into salt, so we don't have to dump the brine into the water. So there's that. And then way down here is wastewater treatment. Now that's going to allow us to take our wastewater and turn it into sludge, and sludge into compost, and compost into fertilizer. So we still got a little ways to get to it, but we're getting there. But I think once we get the construction threes, I think we're going to go after recycling and sulfur processing next. In fact, let's go ahead and queue sulfur processing and recycling up, and then large vehicles after that, because that will give us some time to be able to build this up. Now, if we go to cargo depot 2, it allows us to increase our cargo depot. Right now, we can only do 2 at a time. That would give us 4 at a time. Our ship would get bigger, basically. I don't know that we necessarily need that right now. We're going to need it, but just not necessarily right now. We're still loading. Are we still loading? We're still loading the required materials. Okay. We got some refugees, but we need more, because we need more workers. So, done loading for, okay, good. Load the crew. And then deliver the cargo to upgrade. And while that's doing that, the other thing we need more drivers for is trucks, which is another one of those things that when we get larger vehicles, our truck usage will go down because they'll be able to haul more per truck. We'll start upgrading the trucks. Right now we can't do that. So let us go and look at this blueprint for smelters. And let's grab, just like we did with the iron and the copper, we're going to grab the Mark II, even though we can't use the Mark II right now because we don't have a black. Well, we can use it, but at a reduced rate because we don't have the level 2 stuff. We can upgrade that later. But right now, we're going to grab that blueprint so that we can set it up. And let's see what it takes here. So we've got, let's turn on planning, B, planning. So this should all be paused, yeah. All right. So we've got, first off, we've got the blast furnace just like we've got here. And then we've got the oxygen furnace. And then we've got the cooling caster. And then this is the air separator. So it's all ready with the one exception, the inputs. We just got to set the inputs. And it's going to be for these two is what it'll be for. So we can put that like right here, I think. And it's basically the same setup with just a couple more pieces of equipment in it. Now, can we put it there though? Because are we going to have room for the bins? Maybe we put it a little lower. Because we're going to need 4 bins. I guess we could run the bins out the back. Let's do that. Let's do this. Turn this around here. And what we're going to need coming in is we're going to need the same things we got over here. So coal, ore, limestone, and a gazauta for slag, right? Now, this is the same situation as before. We're going to flip this so that it is going that direction. And then we're going to do our bins on this side. We're going to do 3 bins. So we want storage, loose 2, and let's go like this time. So we're still going to bring them in there. Let's go here. Here and here. And then let's go here for the gazauta. All right. And then we're going to say slag. And then we're going to go iron. Why am I not seeing it? Iron ore, coal, and limestone. Right? And then let's look at this real quick. So it is bottom for ore, second for coal, and then the third is going to be limestone. So, transport belt. U-shaped conveyor, iron, coal, come from this one then. Limestone, right? Iron, coal, limestone. And then here, come out of here. All right, we got to go to there. So let us Is there a way to move these? I think there's a way to move them. I guess you can cut it. So I could have done X. And then we want that there, right? And then no. We don't want the connector. We want that to just go in there. Make it look pretty. Flat conveyor. Oh, flip that. There. Now it'll do what we want it to do. It wasn't coming out before. Right? So then that should, hard to tell in the non-build mode. There we go. Okay. Now that should be going in the right direction. Let's get out of planning mode. Right, so that should give us all of that. Does this thing need anything input-wise? I don't think so. It just needs parts. And then that's going to come out here. And storage unit 2. Might as well go big or go home. We could probably, yeah, so it is. It's X, and we can grab it and move it. So is that everything? It looks like it. Looks like it's all set up. We're going to take a huge hit on workers. That's okay. Tips weapons, fine. Where are we with this guy? So, oh, okay. So we don't want to upgrade to 6. Not right now. So that was 36. We didn't change on the upgrade, I don't think, maybe. Do we have enough? Yeah, and we even have enough that we could probably get there and back. Let's go home first. I don't want to get there and then run out of fuel. Let's go home and then we'll start these guys. Meanwhile, let's check and make sure. How this is doing. Can we upgrade this cargo depot? Can we go from one to the other? Because we are at a point now where I bet we could put a trading dock like here well, not quite yet. Not quite yet. We still got to go out further. All right, well, it was wishful thinking, but I think we're okay with that for right now. Tree harvester has no trees to cut. Where are we going to cut trees from now? Are these cuttable? Come cut them. That'll give you something to do before we start up here. And then we're going to start up there. All right, so there's that. We're sort of meh on our pollution, although our pollution's probably going to go up. But soon, ship's armor, construction, and then we'll get these two, and that'll help with our pollution. So let's go ahead and speed this up. Might as well speed it all the way up. All right, you are back home. Let's send you here. Because we're still looking for our plant stuff. All right. So let us unpause the bins. And the conveyor belts and the pipes. We could probably do that. That's that. That's that. Those are those. What is this here? Is that part of that? That's part of that. That must be part of that. Yeah, it's part of that. Let's so we'll unpause those things. Up, we found another battle. Go back. We're also going to turn off our beacon because now we got enough workers that when we get this thing started, we should have enough workers. I don't want to outpace my food supplies or my pollution elimination right now. My effluent elimination. How's this doing? That's empty. See, that's empty, but that's not ready for it. It's almost ready for it, but not quite. So that was why I wanted to do the upgrade. I thought that would make it faster. Can we do? We can't do. I was going to see if we could do a bonus, a unity bonus on this, but apparently we cannot. $440 is $880. That's $860. All right, so it should go soon. Yep, there it goes. Beep, beep, hooray. Problem is we're not keeping up. We are not keeping up. I don't know if I want to add another diesel tank over here for just in cases. I think I'm going to. Try and... Well, the thing is, because we would have to add it here into this line to cover that. If we're going to do that, we might as well add it down here somewhere. But it's back pretty quick. But yeah, look how much it used while it was gone. So the other option would be another dock and what have you, because didn't we find another ship that we've got to repair? Let's repair it, even though we can't dock it right now. Let's repair it so that we have it when we need another dock. Because I'll move this goddamn thing like over to the other side of the island or whatever. It doesn't seem like it needs to be something that has to be near us. We could find another coastline or something and get it moved. Tree harvester has no trees to harvest. Okay, boy, you're quick. All right, fine. How about you start cutting down these trees right here? Because we're going to start coming through here soon. How are we doing on concrete? Concrete's filled up and stopped. Awesome. Bricks are processing. It's a dirt issue. But we're digging dirt. So we're keeping up with it. If we have to, I'll add another truck or two. But we're going to wait on that till we get bigger trucks. I think we're going to wait and get bigger trucks first. So that's coming soon, because construction 2 is coming soon. Construction 2 is construction 1, or construction 3 is coming soon. So that's construction 2 and steel. Well, we got steel set up. We've got construction 2 set up. So it's just a matter of bringing a line from there and a line from there into whatever it is we need. So let's go ahead and get these built. Now that we've got them partially filled at least. See just how many workers it takes. How many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Why is that not connected? And why, if that's feeding, is it not feeding this? I mean, if it's on this line, shouldn't it be coming down there? Or is it just not coming down there because we don't need it? Where is the other one that's set up like that? Okay, it's the same thing. It's not coming down it, I guess, because it's not needing it, so it's not running. Makes sense. Coal caster has no recipe. Farm, oxygen furnace, no recipe. Blast furnace, no recipe. Alright, so it's all set up, so we want... That's the air separator. Oxygen furnace has no recipe. That's these. So we are going to go iron ore. So that's slag, coal. Yeah, so it's that one that we're going to do. That one that we're going to do. And then these, molten iron, the steel. Why that didn't just automatically do it, I don't know. And then this is steel, this is steel. And then that's doing its thing. So there's coming in there. Coming through there. We need water. Okay, we gotta have water. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. So let's give it its own dedicated pump. How much water does this need per cycle? 6. Does this need water? No. Looks like it's just those two. So 6 per 60 and 6 per 60. So that's 12 per 60. Yeah, if we just put in a single pump. I hate stealing it from our groundwater, but for now, and then pipe. So if it's 6 and 6 is 12, we can get away with just a small, a level 1 line. Boy, something going on. I hear the fire trucks or the police or somebody coming by. I want to sneak past that tower. There we go. Right now, all right, there we go. Now we're making steel. We got ship armor researched. So now we need construction. And it looks like we're doing okay on filling this sucker up. It looks like it's already full. This is should have been keep empty, not keep full, not fill it up. They must have taken it from someplace else and brought it over here. I want that dumped. Take that slag over to the stupid thing and make this bigger. Thank you. All right. So, we got that going. Construction 3 is done in the new assembly 3s, which we can't build until we've researched it. How are we doing on people? We're going to need more people, because that construction 3 is going to take people too. So we're going to need more people again. But once we get that, and we get, I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to go for the vehicles first. And then we're going to go for these two. Don't want them vehicles. And that's going to give us the vehicle depot 2, which takes 10 people. And this is going to give us the assembler 3s, which takes 8 people. So we're going to need at least 18 people. Vehicle 2 parts. Can we make vehicle 2 parts? Yeah, we got it. So it's going to be... Yeah, we're going to definitely need more people. Luckily, we got room for another 50 or so. All right. Are you not repairing yet? God damn it, repair. How are we doing on fuel over here? How are we doing on oil? Well, we'll see. How are we doing on the fuel? On fuel. That's staying up. So I think we're okay. The trucks are extremely busy, but we're gonna, like I say, we're gonna swap trucks out as soon as we get the ability to make trucks. Is this stacking up? It's stacking up good. We want this keep full, this keep full, and this keep full. And that keep empty. So we've got plenty of vehicle 2 parts or vehicle 1 parts. So it'll just be a matter of making the vehicle 2 parts. What are you dropping off over there? There's something that has to be dropped off that you're not telling me about? I don't know. Alright, ship was fully repaired. Yay. Let's send the ship out. Where can we send the ship? We can't go to these ones. We can't go to that one. Well, we can because we can go around this way, but we can't get to it from that way. We would have to come down here to do it. I don't think we can get to it that way. That's too far away. That's too far away. Then that is definitely too far away. We'd have to come through this guy, and we can't. So the only 2 we got left are these 2 options. Until we get ship's armor and ship's guns, which I want to finish exploring the other ones first, and then we'll arm up our ship. And when we do it, we're going to put them all on there. You can put 2 armor and 2 guns on the ship. It takes longer and it's more resources, but we might as well do it. All right, so that's empty, but it can't go because this guy's not ready for it yet. And I guess the only... Does that speed it up? Ah! So that's how we make it faster. Okay. So if we had more workers, what's it take for the next level? 54 instead of 36. So 54, 36. $54 is 6. No, 36 would be 4, would be 40. So 40 would be 50, would be 14. 18 workers. We need 18 workers for that. Okay? Well, guess what? We just got our 18 workers. You go back. You double your production. We can get the oil faster that way. I know ship in battle. We're done with the ship in battle. Come back here and repair. So much as I hate to do it, I think what we're going to do, we can't upgrade them anymore. We can upgrade the next one. Can we do any edicts that can help us? Growth pause, no. Quarantine, 20% reduces the effects of any ongoing disease. We don't really have one. Food consumption, we don't need the unity. What we need is to be happy. gross burst, food saver, food consumed less, reduced eviction, health boost, increased safety conditions to get an extra 10% health bonus. Health is too low. Increased safety conditions. Look, it's going to cost us a unity, but that's okay. That'll give us health points. This is going to cost us a unity, but I think we're gonna probably do it. We'll figure out a way to bring our unity up. Maintenance reducer would be a big one. So we need 2 points of unity. Right now we got 110. Who's booping at us? You coming back in. All right. Pause this for just a second. So, food. Potatoes, vegetables. Are we not getting enough food now? We got too many people that we're not. No, there's food, right? They just don't like the food they're getting. Okay, so they're not getting enough vegetables. They want more vegetables, I guess. Well, grow more. But if we do those 2 boosts, where can we eliminate for unity? Because we're going to get 2 more unity. So the oil rig we can't afford to not. We could go down half a unity for the research lab. Maximum number of unity. Yeah, I know that. Typically increases. How much? How do we increase unity? I don't know. But right now, maintenance reducer is okay. We don't need it. Fuel saver would be a good one though. We're going to do fuel saver. It's going to cost us. But that's also going to reduce our oil usage. And then this one is going to increase our health. So this is not going to be as bad of a thing. So I think that's going to do us there. We want to leave that on because we need more workers. Let's repair the ship. Farm cannot store all the potatoes after the harvest. Do we maybe change one of these to vegetables? You know what? Let's do this. Let's add a cycle of vegetables. See what that does to us. Farm could not store all the potatoes after the harvest. Okay, I get that part. How many potatoes do we got that we got to get rid of? I don't know. But there's room for you to put that over there. What's your problem? Not store all the potatoes after the harvest. Okay, but this one no longer has got that. Chip was fully prepared. All right, we can live with that the way it is for now. So so we can't go there. The last place we can go is here. And then we can do the repair there, which just means we need to tell this to deliver the cargo. We should have. Can we still? How far off for you? You know what? Go home. Because what we can do is we can deliver the cargo and then go there. Kill two birds with one stone. So we're going to turn off automatically return home. We're going to deliver the cargo, and then we should have enough to be able to hit this guy and then go home. All right, new refugees, new workers, hooray. All right, we got construction 3. So let us, so that gives us the concrete mixer 2s, the assembly 3s. So the assembly 3, construction part 3. Pause that for just a second. Construction part 3 requires construction 2, steel, and construction part 3. Construction part 2, construction part 2, and steel. And we could have done it, we could have started it, but we didn't. That's fine. Assembly 3. So there's the construction 2, there's the steel. What if we put it here for now? And we do just a small storage to get us started. We can upgrade the storage later. And then that's going to be a flat conveyor from there to here. We're going to do a flat lift. So that's 2 right there. That should be what we want. And then we're going to do a flat lift. Here. And then we're going to do a flat conveyor from here to there. That way the trucks can drive back and forth. And a flat conveyor there. And a flat conveyor there. And then we're going to go flat lift. There. And a flat lift. There. And then flat conveyor from there to there. And then flat conveyor here. We don't need one there because it's going into it. And then we're going to tell this guy this recipe. Good? Good. All right. Where is the ship? The ship is there. I'm going to tell it to explore there. I'm going to start that back up again. And then we're going to go here and it's working on fixing it. Okay. So that's going to give us construction 3s. We've got the Unity. Let's use it. That one needs 40. Really? We're not making them yet. Fine. Here's what we're going to do then. Because you're being a jerk about it. We're going to do assembly 2s. And then upgrade. Upgrades. I feel like Keanu Reeves. Quick delivery. And quick delivery. Alright, so that should be steel coming over to there. And that should be construction 2s coming over to there. Oh, found another battle. Alright, so we are boxed in, which is fine. Because now we can pull the crew off the ship. Because we can't get to these, they're too far away. We have to upgrade the fuel tank. We can pull the crew off the ship, and then we can arm the ship, and then we can go from there. So as soon as these guys get what they need, we can upgrade that puppy. Yes, ship battle, I know. So, how's this doing? All right, so it's making them. How many do we need to upgrade this puppy? 25. All right, let's speed that up. Ship ought to be coming back soon. Looks like the trucks are stable. Looks like we're doing okay on food. Let's see what our people are, how our people are feeling. Let's look at our, they're not getting enough veggies, I guess, is what they're upset about. We could be getting more Unity than we are, but we're not getting the veggies we need. Well, we're working on that, because now these guys are going to grow veggies all the time, and these guys are going to rotate out veggies and potatoes. The home, that's why it's okay. Because it's not automatic go home, so it went back to the next free space. Oh, we gotta tell this to store that. We didn't tell it. I mean, it's not like it's connected directly to the stupid thing or anything. Is it? Is it not? Oh, you know what? It's not connected. Because I didn't connect. That's connected wrong. God, I'm stupid. I'm off by 1 on both of the on this one. So it's delivering them over by truck. All right. How many do we need for assembly 3s? We don't have enough, do we? So we got to do an assembly 2. Now we're connected. It's all connected. All right. We can shut off this for now. Because we got more. Hooray! At least they bring a little bit of diesel with them when they come. How are you doing? I think we're caught up on diesel right now, which means we could probably, well, we'll see if we can turn that down or not. We'll see how well we stay caught up when we get the bigger vehicles. I bet we can turn that down. Looks like coal is plenty caught up. We've got trucks waiting for anybody that needs it. I'm not going to complain about that. All right, now are we storing them? Yes, we are storing them. We have 4. How much? How much for glass? How much do you want for glass? 20 will give us 40. We are going to trade for the 40. We can't trade for the 40 because we don't. Requires reputation to be at least 1. Increase our reputation to 1. Fine. We will donate, and that'll increase our reputation. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Start loading the ship. All right, we got large vehicles. Pause this for a minute. What does it take to build the large vehicles? Probably we're going to have to upgrade that. Oh, no. Well, yeah. We're going to have to upgrade that. So upgrade that. That's going to give us the larger vehicles. All right. So we can't uni it. That sucks. That's okay. The trucks will get it here soon enough. So that's producing now. All right. Because then we can get glass. And when we get the glass, we can make the bigger vehicles. And I think we can upgrade vehicles, which I think is cheaper. once we buy these guys off. Now we're working on recycling and sulfur processing. Okay. Oh, birdie. Oh, and look, this one has inputs. We can freaking input into it. That's going to be nice. All right. Now, larger industrial. Okay, so we're going to need to have the parts for it. Okay. Done loading for shipment. Take your bribe. Go take your bribe. All right. While you're doing that, we now have to build the next level of parts. Right? So that is vehicle parts 2 has to be built in assembly 3, and it's going to take parts, steel, glass to give it to us. So if we go over here, we can take parts from there, or we can take parts from there. And then parts, steel, and glass, right? So the glass is the only thing we're going to have to bring in. So let us do this. And that's got to be done in an assembly 2. It can't be done in an assembly 1. There's that. And there's this. And then we're going to want no. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Didn't it say assembly 3? No, we can do it in assembly 3. We don't have assembly 3. Is that the deal? Do we not? Oh, assembly 3. So assembly 3. Pause. There it is. And we're going to want that. And then that planning mode is going to go into small storage. And then belts. And I'm going to do this. And then that's going to be a flat belt into there, a flat belt into there, we're going to come off of that, I don't want to go under. I want to go over. Won't let us go over. Can we not do that with these ones like we can with the... Look, it just let me do it there. Flat conveyor. But we want to go across this. We're not far enough this way. How about now? Because I'm trying to leave room for the trucks to drive. Right? And if we slip it over it, we've got room for the trucks to drive. Now, that tells me there is no way in hell that we're jumping this one. But maybe we can jump that one. If we come here to here, and then we go up. I don't want it to go down, I want it to go up. There we go. Because if I go up, then at least it's the 3 high. Right? So then that is parts, steel, because it needs what? Parts, steel, glass, and parts. Gives us parts. So then we need storage. And we don't need a big one because we're not getting much glass. And flat conveyor to there. Okay. And then that stores vehicle 2. That produces vehicle 2. Unpause all that shit. And let that build. All right. And where are we at with boats? Where's our ship? Go home. And when it gets back, we'll tell it to stop, to go back to immediately returning home afterwards. Meanwhile, this guy, now that we've bribed him, give me the glass. twice before the price goes up. And then this is going to be glass. Keep full. Now we just have to wait for that to build everything. Go ahead and build that though, because we need to transport the glass over here. Everything else we can kind of wait on. I think that's got it. I think that's got us. You rip-off bastards. So oil is keeping up. Fuel is keeping up. Unity and life are keeping up. The trucks are just really freaking busy. Everything else seems to be okay and keeping up. Next, we're doing recycling. And we're doing sulfur processing. So we can start to get rid of some of our pollution. But I think that's going to be an episode, guys. And next episode, we should be making parts. Quick deliver that real quick. All of that is hooked up. All of that is hooked up and coming over. We can't quick deliver what we don't have. And what we don't have is parts. But we can priority 1 that as far as, oops. Priority 10 that, priority 1 that. So that what it does get, we can immediately start. Because I want to make sure that it's building what it needs to build. We should have over here, where'd our glass go? They better have delivered our glass. Maybe it's on its way over. It just there. Okay, now it's there. So we just need this to finish. And you got 16. You need 20. There. Okay. Set that for that. And looks like we're building parts. So each cycle is going to be 6 parts. Which means we can build nothing. We need 40 for the big dude, and 80 for the big dude, and 60 for the big dude. I want my first truck. Because can we click on a dude and upgrade them? Yeah, we can upgrade them, right? Yeah, that'll make it a truck as opposed to a pickup truck, which is what it is right now. Yeah, so we can click on them and upgrade them. Sweet. We just need enough pieces, parts to do it. We got 4. All right. Well, there we go. All right, guys. we're going to call it an episode. I'll see you in the next one. And in the next one, we're going to be upgrading vehicles, I guess. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.